Two marquee NBA matchups for you on Wednesday, both with double-digit spreads. One of them features the team with the second longest straight-up win streak in the league against the team with the second longest ATS win streak in the league. Pretty interesting there. So how should you be betting? Knicks, Cavs, and Heat, Celtics. That's what I'm about to let you know. But first, a reminder as I am breaking these games down. Anytime you agree, go ahead, smash that like button. Also, you can always comment down below with any questions you may have. I'm going to start with Knicks, Cavs, 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Looking at the WagerTalk live odds screen, Cavs currently 10.5-point favorites. That's where the number opened. Total has dipped a point from 230.5 to 229.5 as of this recording. Cavs seem poised to clinch the number one seed and home court advantage in the Eastern Conference. They currently lead Boston, who I'll be talking about in just a minute, by 4.5 games with 7 remaining. Cavs are also well rested coming in tonight. They have not played since Sunday, when they defeated the Clippers 127 to 122. I was actually at that game. Cavs were up by as many as 18 in the fourth quarter. Remember, that's a Clippers team, guys, that have been playing really well themselves as of late. Alas, the Cavs did not cover the 7-point spread, only won by 5. They're now just 2-7 ATS their last 9 games overall, which admittedly does not have me running to the window, wanting to bet a minus 10.5 here. But two things to consider. One, the Knicks are going to be on the second night of a back-to-back. Now, they did win last night rather easily, 105 to 91, but that was against the Philadelphia team that probably should just be contracted at this point or just forfeit the rest of their games this season. You do have to give the Knicks credit for winning and covering 5 of their last 6 overall, but that one loss was to the Clippers, who the Cavs just beat, while all 5 wins were against teams that either A, stink, or B, were banged up at the time. Not that the Knicks needed much help beating the Sixers last night, but Philly shooting just 19.4% from 3 made it quite easy. So the first thing to consider when handicapping this game, Knicks on a back-to-back, Cavs have had 2 days off. Second thing to consider is the Knicks have really struggled against top teams this year. Versus Cleveland, Boston, and Oklahoma City, their combined record, 0-7 straight up and 0-7 against the spread. 6 of those losses have been by double digits, 4 of them by 23 or more points. Last time the Knicks visited Cleveland, it was a 142 to 105 loss. That too was on the second night of a back-to-back. Why have the Knicks struggled so much against top teams this season? Well, it's not just the schedule makers' fault, guys. It's the fact that they're lousy at defending the three-point line. Cleveland hit 19 of 37 from 3 and shot 61% overall in that last meeting. For the season, the Knicks are bottom 4 in the league in three-point percentage allowed. Meanwhile, the Cavs, numero uno, tied for number 1 in the league, making 38.4% of their three-point attempts. Now, despite all that, I still don't really want to lay this many points in a nationally televised game. However, since there's a good chance Cleveland's hitting their threes tonight, let's explore the player prop market. Max Strus, over 2.5 made threes, which is currently plus 130 at DraftKings, seems like a good bet to make. I actually like the fact he's coming off a game where he went 0 for 3 from behind the arc. Something to keep in mind there. Strus was in foul trouble against the Clippers, limited him to 24 minutes. But this is a shooter that can get hot at a moment's notice. Strus made 4 threes last Thursday against San Antonio. That was the 7th game in March where he made at least 3 threes. So Max Strus, over 2.5 made threes at plus money is my official bet for this one. I'll get to Heat Celtics in just a minute, but quick reminder for all my top plays, you see it right there on the screen. Head on over to WT.buzz/BP. I'm up 44.6 units in all sports since February 19th. That includes a 10-3 run in the NCAA tournament. Probably going to have three plays on Saturday's Final Four action. Also, don't forget, number 1 in soccer as well over the last 365 days. Always try to stay active on the pitch. We'll obviously have some plays there this weekend as well. Now to Miami at Boston, which is 7:30 Eastern. Celtics open as 11-point favorites. That number has not moved as of this recording, nor has the total, which is currently 212.5. What makes this game really interesting, guys, something I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Celtics, 9-game straight-up win streak. That's the second longest in the league right now behind Oklahoma City, who's won 10 in a row straight up. But the Heat happen to be on a 7-game ATS win streak. That's also second best in the league, also behind Oklahoma City, who's also covered the spread 10 in a row. Miami's won each of their last 5 straight up as well, in addition to the 7 straight covers. That includes the Jimmy Butler revenge game versus Golden State. But the other 4 wins, guys, they were against bad teams. 3 of them, Washington, Philadelphia, and Charlotte. You go back to last year's playoff series between these two teams. Celtics have had the Heat's number, winning and covering 7 of the last 8 meetings. That includes 3-0 straight up and ATS this season. All 3 of those wins have come by double digits. Still kind of tough to lay double digits in a game where the total's 212.5. Don't really want to do that. What I'm going to do instead is play Miami under its team total of 99.5. Now, you're probably saying, well, that seems like a really low total. Well, consider this. The Heat have not scored more than 91 in any of the 3 games this season versus Boston. In fact, their last 7 losses to the Celtics, the Heat have not scored more than 94 in any of them. They've averaged just 87.9 points per game. Wow. So just to recap today's video, it's Max Strus over 2.5 made threes in Cavs Knicks. And then I like Miami team total under 99.5 versus Boston. You can comment down below with your thoughts on those 2 bets. Feel free to share your own as well. Always enjoy reading that. Just make sure to hit that like button after you do so. That will do it for me today, guys. Again, head on over to wt.buzz/bp as we look to keep rolling. Until next time.